Nicole, and I'm live tonight on Facebook, and I'm happy to be here, but I came to Facebook Live tonight to share all the information that I have on legitimizing your business. So I want everyone to be aware that you can make your business legitimate. Okay, and it's very difficult sometimes to realize that even though you are in business, even though you're an entrepreneur, your business is not legitimate. If the government is not recognizing your business, then more than likely it's not legitimate. If you're unable to file taxes, more than likely your business is not legitimate. Now, what I would love for y'all to do, if you want to ask me a question, feel free to ask me while you are on this page, or you can get me at info@iwriteforyounow.com. That is info at IWRITE4UNOW.com. This is my website. You can always reach me on there, and you can actually reach me at my email address, info@iwriteforyounow.com. Alright, so I'm here because I'm a writer, right? So I do business filings for small companies, small businesses, as well as I work with individuals to actually help them establish their business. So I definitely wanted to share some information. I call it my Sunday share, whereas I'm just giving information out, and hopefully that you'll take some heed in the information that I am sharing and proceed with opening your business. The reason why I can tell you this is because I had to live and learn. So I wanted to stop people from having to live and learn and just listen and learn. So if you listen and learn and you follow my notes and you reach me at info@iwriteforyounow, I'll be able to help you a little further. But the first thing I want to share with you is that there are several type of business entities. We have the sole proprietor, we have incorporation, we have corporation, we have LLC, which is a limited liability corporation, as well as nonprofit organizations. Then we have the trademarks, then we have the copyrights. So whatever business that you are into, you have to, but I would say that you have to protect your intellectual property. Okay, because if you are a writer like I am, and you write screenplays like I do, or you write novels like I have, or you write songs, which I haven't done, but that is very important. You don't want people to be able to steal your work. If you are a photographer and you take great pictures, you don't want people to steal your work. So you definitely have to copyright, you have to trademark any logos you have. You have to actually put your information and designate and actually have your information with business licenses. So there's a lot that needs to be done when you own a business. So definitely feel free to actually ask me any questions. Right now, I'm working with a couple of limited liability corporations. I am here in Georgia, and I'm actually working with them in order to format their LLCs into a nonprofit organization. Now, the difference between a nonprofit organization and the difference between the rest of those entities that I discussed is that you can get free money with nonprofit organizations. As long as you're willing to help others, and we're all out here willing to help each other, so I don't even think that is a problem. But definitely, if you have any questions, reach out and I will give you all the information that I know in regards to building a limited liability corporation and incorporation, as well as a sole proprietor. Now let me go into the difference between both of them. Now if you have an LLC, more than likely you're a very small business, and being a small business means that no one can sue you personally if you have a limited liability corporation. If you do something wrong, and sometimes you may do something wrong or use someone else's information and they just want to sue you. It's just the world of business. If they decide to come after you, they cannot come after you personally. They can only come after your company and what your company is worth. So if you have a limited liability corporation and that corporation is worth $5,000 and you have $10,000 in your savings account, the only thing that they can possibly obtain is that $5,000 from your limited liability. Now I do see that I'm getting some questions, and this is all new to me because I'm a writer. I'm really not. I'm a behind the scenes type of person. I'm not really up front. So it says, I'm a tarot reader. Do you think I need what does this? Need one? Okay. So yes, you need a limited liability corporation if it's only you that's acting as a business. It actually covers you, and the more money you make, the more that you want to protect your investment. So even though you have just you, that limited liability corporation can actually work in your favor. If you are a tarot reader and you use sole proprietorship, can also work in your favor. But the difference is that the sole proprietorship will not protect you as much as a limited liability corporation. So that's definitely something I tell everyone to do. If you're a business, you have to actually show yourself as a business. So you have to market yourself as a business. You should have a website as a business. You should have some type of landing page as a business. And I write for you now. I actually work in that realm, whereas I help other businesses create their businesses. But tonight I'm just really out there pushing people in the mindset of covering themselves. CYA. This is the year that everyone should want to work for themselves, because the jobs are harder, the jobs is less frequent, and they want too much from you. So even if you don't decide that you want to go full time, you want to start for 2021, because 2021 is right around the corner. The first place you need to go in order to get an entity, a business entity, is the Secretary of State. So if you're in Georgia, like I am, you will go to Georgia's Secretary of State. If you're in New York, like I'm from, you will go to New York's Secretary of State. If you are in North Carolina, if you're in South Carolina, or maybe you're on the West Coast, in California, you still go to your Secretary of State and you start your business. First thing you're going to want to do is make sure no one else has the name of your business, because you can't have the same name. Okay, so I have another question. It says, how do you hold on, I gotta put on my glasses for this one. How to file taxes on my business. Okay, so before you could actually file taxes on your business has to be legitimate. Okay, a lot of people did not get their SBA loans that the government was giving away during this pandemic because a lot of people were not legitimate. They had never filed taxes and they never actually had a business, even though they said they in business. They didn't realize that they really weren't in business because, one, Secretary of State did not know, and it was not legitimate. Second, they never file taxes. Just because you have a business and you don't make money off of it doesn't mean that you should not file taxes. You know, I've been doing my business for at least about 2 years, and I used to file taxes, you know, jointly. But then I decided, I said, you know what, let me just file taxes by myself. Yeah, I did that. And file taxes with my business. And that was like the year that I started getting money. So I always file taxes on my business. And a lot of times I'm like, no, I didn't make that much money. So yes, they give me money back. You know, I'll say what I made and I'll say what I didn't make. And then you have so many different things that you can account for. So even if you're paying a bill, if you have a subscription, or if you just bought a computer, or you bought an iPad, if you know, even in your food, or even when you're traveling, you can file all of those tax write-offs for your business, and you'll be surprised you'll get a lot of money that way for your business. So I've been on here long enough. You know, I'm just doing my Share Sunday, you know, for 10 minutes. If you want to reach out, I do one-to-one coaching. You know, my thing is I am a nonprofit. So I really am in the business of sharing and caring and just loving on people and just making sure we all rise up together, because that's what it's really about. That influence and being independent, you know, financially independent, that really should be a lifetime goal for each and every one of us that is in a multi-level marketing. Okay, so I've been there too. Okay, so when you're that multi-level marketing person really wants to own their own business, but they just don't know how. That person, that influencer, you'll be surprised how many influencers that's on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, they doing their thing, but they don't even have a business. It's crazy. So I just want to share with everyone, and I want everyone to be out there. Look, reach me however you can. It's all good. Thank you for allowing me to share my Sunday with you.